Hey everyone, it's that time of the year again where something big happens on Twitter, or at least a policy that makes like a kind of a big change to how people use it. And boy oh boy, this time, I have to admit, it's a pretty drastic change in policy. Well, I say that, but most of the time it's more like rumors that could happen, but 9 times out of 10, it doesn't really happen because these policy changes that we hear about come purely from Elon, and we all know that you can't really take everything you say as, set in stone 100% true. But for me personally, that doesn't change the fact this new rule that might be implemented in the future, it is somewhat interesting to think about. And that has to be the new policy Elon talked about in reply to someone else's tweet, where he said he might be considering adding a small fee to everyone who makes a new account on Twitter, where they can still use it normally, but in order to tweet or make a reply, they have to pay a small fee to do so. And that buzzword, small fee, probably makes you think he's gonna try to squeeze every single account for as much money as they can. But honestly, the more I read about it, the more actually helpful it seemed to Twitter compared to past changes that were more so rushed and now meant to be long-term solutions for big issues like bots that just everywhere, every big account you can see on Twitter. Which honestly, if you use Twitter yourself for just fun or for work, you can't deny that you've come across hundreds, if not thousands, everywhere you go on the app. And Elon Musk has mentioned how the only way he's found to solve that issue is to simply just make new accounts pay for Twitter. Which I will admit, when I first saw that brought up, I was a bit of a caveman, thinking that when they mean small fee, they mean they will charge a lot for every little bit you do on the app. First tweet of the day, $10, second tweet, $20, third tweet, $50, just adding more and more stuff to the bill to make it really expensive. But the more I read about it, there did seem to be two really good points on how this could actually help and how it's not as bad as it seems. The first one being that when they mean small fee, they really mean a tiny price. That is for every new account to use Twitter, to make a tweet, they only have to pay $1 a year to do so. And to be fair, unless you're really stingy, that really isn't that bad. I mean, you can still use Twitter for free by seeing what other people are saying, but you make your own tweets and reply to stuff, you just have to pay $1. But if you refuse to pay that huge amount, after 3 months of you making the account or after every new year, you will still get the free access to use Twitter before without paying that $1. So I know charging $1 for every new account sounds archaic, but for Twitter, if it only costs $1 to make the website peaceful and tranquil without bots, then yeah, it is kind of worth it, to be honest. So the second valid point they made is that any defense or measure they have to prevent bots getting on Twitter, a capture, no matter how advanced they get, they will still find a way to bypass it and make a bot account. Therefore, to charge $1 for every account, regardless if it's human or a bot, it will slowly pile up over time for the people running these bot farms, to the point that it would get so expensive that the only option would be to just shut it down. So it is funny how no matter what defense you have to prevent bots from getting on the website, the only thing these bot farmers refuse to do is just pay money. But my bottom line is that I don't want to suck Elon's cock, but if you use Twitter often, you have to admit it would be a relief to have the website be clean of bots, if not have way less than it is now, to at least know that whoever you're interacting with on the website is a real person. And even then, apart from the user experience, I'm pretty sure there are good maintenance reasons on why this could help the company as well, to make the website cheaper to maintain. Because for the Twitter servers, to have all the bot accounts gone, that must feel taking the biggest dump ever. To have half of the accounts on Twitter just gone in that single moment. I do want to mention that this system was tried out before last year in New Zealand and the Philippines, which although it doesn't mean they're planning to make a grand scale change for all of Twitter in every single country, it does show signs that they're interested in making the system more common. But at the end of the day, considering that this is mostly mentioned by Elon, I don't think it's wise to really take his word and believe that it's 100% prophecy that will happen someday in the future. Because despite being, the actual CEO of Twitter, he really is the worst person to believe on in any new changes. But I just want to talk about his new system, because I feel for most people that just heard about this, they already just in the first second they have a negative opinion on it. But I really feel in the long run, if this is implemented correctly and this isn't extended more than just the small fee, it could possibly make the website better and not drive you insane always seeing bots everywhere.